What is up, YouTube? We are back for the first time in a while to do a stream. First stream since the end of the NFL season. It's been a while because, you know what? Middle of the NBA season, I don't want to get over my head, start doing too many games, making one game big, one game small. Every game matters at this point in the NBA for the Knicks. But tonight, against the Brooklyn Nets, I figured, why not? Let's do it. Brooklyn, first game against the Knicks without the big three or the big two or the big one or whatever you want to call it, the big .5, whatever you want to say they were. First stream since then, and boy, doesn't air just at Knicks fans? Doesn't the air just feel a little bit better now? You could walk a little bit more confidently around, because that's one of the biggest disasters in the history of sports. And even if the Nets win tonight, which they could, I'm not going to act like they can't. They could. It's the NBA. They have a decent roster. They got some guys who could hit some threes. But the Knicks should be winning tonight. First time in a while that I think they should be getting a W against the Brooklyn Nets. And if they don't, am I going to freak out? No. But this is a game that you need to be winning if you want to sneak into that 6th seed. No Super Bowl hangover for MHT. MHT kind of took the Super Bowl lightly. He was recovering for the Super Bowl. And you know what? It's hard for me to get up for an Eagles Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I know we had Volpe in the chat. I know he's going to be popping in and out. But it's hard for a Giants fan to really get that excited about what's going on when the Philadelphia Eagles are in the Super Bowl. So that's pretty much it for me, McCreary. Like, if it was another team in that spot, I'd probably get more excited, party down. But you know what? Yesterday we took it easy because Eagles, I can't get excited. That was a good game. Don't get me wrong, good game. Everyone's going to say the refs ruined it. I don't know if the refs ruined that. Bradbury himself said it was a penalty. I thought it was a hold. I don't know if they call it, the argument is, do you call that at that point of the game? Obviously, you don't want to see the refs make the call and decide the Super Bowl. But it's not really the refs deciding it. You know, you could say that, but James Bradbury knew what he was doing. He had two hands on him. It is what it is. If he doesn't get called with it, you know, if they don't call that, they say it's great coverage. But really, you can't do that. He held him, and that's that. I'm not going to it was a great game. Philadelphia will be back, I think. You know, a lot of Giant fans starting to say, oh, they're not going to have the same roster next year. No, nobody is. They're going to have Jalen Hurts. They're going to have the same head coach. All the stuff that you could say about the Giants this year, you could say about the Eagles twice as much. Obviously, the Eagles have more talent, but they have a younger head coach, newer head coach, a quarterback, same. I think they were in the same draft, or maybe Hurts was a year after Daniel Jones. So there you go. That's even better for them. You know what I'm saying? So the Giants, if you want my final Giants take, bringing it back to them as always. I need to see them beat Philadelphia or Dallas early in the season next year before I get excited about anything. They're showing my man Jalen Brunson. Obviously, Jalen Brunson, you know, he's not an all-star this year because the East is just stacked in the guard position especially. But the guy's basically an all-star like every other year in the NBA, in NBA history. He might set a record. He might set it. Now, he's not going to beat Richie Guerin in the 60s and Dick Barnett. Those guys were getting 30 pieces a game. Nobody knows about them. Nobody tells you about them. About to get underway from the world's most famous arena. Let's take a look around the NBA right now, see if anything has begun. Or we won't, because my internet's not working. There we go. Charlotte's beating Atlanta. That would be big for the Knicks. Philadelphia, no good games on right now. Maybe Utah and Indiana if you're a true diehard NBA fan. Denver, Miami's about to get started too. That's a good game. It's a big one though. The Knicks, it's not even like it's because it's the Nets. The Knicks need to get on a bit of a run here before the All-Star break. Start racking up W's against teams that you may have more talent than. And I think the Knicks might have more talent than the Nets right now. The Nets have some pieces. I don't see the Nets having, I know Mikal Bridges can score, but he's not a proven number one option on a good team. He's not, no matter what spin zone you want to say. Cam Thomas, same thing. He'll shoot you out of games. If the Nets are going to be good this year, they're going to have to keep playing like team ball. Joe Harris going to have to keep shooting the hell out of the ball, which he kind of scares me tonight. If I were to hex somebody, I would be hexing Joe Harris tonight. How we doing, though? How was your guys' Super Bowl? McCreary, you have a good Super Bowl? Yeah, we're always tuning into the All-Star game. We got our man Jericho Sims, Hook'em, also a New York Knick, so the crossover, the Longhorn Knick crossover, McCreary. We got to be rooting for Jericho in the dunk contest. About to get underway from MHT. Of course, they're running late today. Why wouldn't they be? I expect a close game. I'm going to expect a close game. If the Knicks go up by 20, I'm not going to start dancing because I've seen it too many times. If the Nets go up by 20, I'm not going to start panicking because we've seen it too many times. The other team starts playing harder, playing better defense. The refs start inherently not giving you the winning team as many calls, and then the game changes. That's the way the NBA works in the regular season, and that's why the playoffs is so different. What's up, James? How we doing, bro? Yeah, I saw those bacon jalapeno poppers you got popping. All right, starting lineups. Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Nick Claxton, Mikal Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie for the Nets, and Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, Jericho Sims, Julius Randle, and R.J. Barrett is your lineup for the Knicks. The Nets can switch a lot. They're very long. They have a lot of size. No doubt about it. But they do all their size, like Claxton, Finney-Smith. The thing about the Nets that worries me is they just don't have any beef, like any strength, any pure strength. And if Claxton gets hurt, they're in in foul trouble in any game. They're in a little bit of trouble. But they have a nice defensive lineup on paper. We'll see who they put on Jalen Brunson. I would imagine Dinwiddie just for the size. But don't be surprised if they just put Mikal Bridges on Brunson because he might know him the best. Interesting to see Claxton tonight against Sims. Two very young, athletic big men in the New York area. The Knicks win the tip, and Jalen Brunson will get the offense started. Plays catch with Julius Randle to start for the Knicks. Brunson. Claxton switches onto him. Brunson drives left, floater off the mark. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Barrett in the corner. R.J. Barrett misses. And Finney-Smith corrals the rebound for the Nets. So 2 opportunities, 2 bites at the cherry there for the Knicks. Couldn't come up with a bucket. Brunson missed a floater. Barrett misses a corner shot. Good look for Barrett. He was wide open. The Nets will score first. That is Mikal Bridges. A little curl play, little mid-ranger. And they do have Bridges on Jalen Brunson just as I suspected. Coach MHT suspected the Villanova crime tonight. Barrett working on Claxton. Claxton switching again. Brunson driving. Gets the switch he wants again on Claxton. Little fadeaway mid-range, no good. So Brunson starts 0 for 2. Rare from him. Dinwiddie drives left. Top of the key, Bridges misses badly. Just grazes the rim. Randle grabs the rebound before it goes out of bounds. 10:40 remaining. We have 2-0. Let me change the score. Excusez-moi. Just get a little ball watchy there. Randle, a little fadeaway in the mid-range in the corner. Knocks it down. We have a 2-2 ball game. Dinwiddie being guarded by Grimes. Brunson guarding Cam Johnson. That's interesting. Cam Johnson really just a three-point shooter as far as I see. Dinwiddie, tough shot in the range. Good defense from Grimes there. And Jericho Sims grabs a rebound. Randle drives left. What's up, Ryan? Again, corner. Randle again from the corner. Back-to-back shots. Opposite corner this time for Julius. 2 mid-range corner shots. That looks like Randle from 2 years ago. He was deadly in the corners. Brunson puts his hands on Mikal Bridges before the shot, they say. So it'll be Side out for the Brooklyn Nets. These are interesting uniforms from the Nets. I don't know if I've seen these or just haven't been paying attention. Probably haven't been paying attention. Pretty basic, if you ask me. So the Nets take it out. Cam Johnson drives right. Brunson on his hip. Shoots over him easily. That matchup is going to be interesting. How are the Knicks going to match up Jalen Brunson on defense against this Brooklyn Nets? I mean, I would just put Brunson on Dinwiddie, but I guess they really want to affect Dinwiddie with Grimes, so that's fine. Cam Johnson, if he's going to put up 30, he's going to put up 30. We'll deal with it. We could put Hart on him or Barrett later in the game. Brunson drives left, kicks it to Grimes. Grimes pump fakes, mid-range, fade away, no good. Dinwiddie drives left. Barrett moves his feet. Floater from Dinwiddie, no good. Tough shot. Both teams bricking early. Some good defense, though, to be fair. Nothing really easy coming for either team. A lot of iso ball, though, for the Knicks. Julius Randle draws the foul and one. Julius Randle, one of the best players in the first quarter this year. If that's like the one thing, if you're going to like bet on a Knicks game, it is kind of true. Like Julius Randle, I don't know if you could find his first quarter points or I don't know. Those are probably high because, Vegas knows that he's balling out in the first quarter too. Or maybe just the Knicks in the first quarter, Knicks first half, something like that, because Randle gets going early in the game. It's the fourth quarter where he has problems. He's averaging 25. He's on 46% from the field and near 11 rebounds, 10.8 rebounds. Hits the free throw. What's up, Justin? Welcome, welcome. All 7 Knicks points from the all-star, the only all-star on the floor in this game. Julius Randle. Put some respect on his name. Bridges drives right. Floater in the lane. Good defense from behind from Barrett. Claxton tries to tip it out, but Grimes picks it up. Brunson now in transition. Hands it off to Barrett. Barrett spin move. Drives right. Misses it. Sims on the boards. Throws it down. Jericho Sims going into the dunk contest this year. Guy has some of the best athleticism I've ever seen from a center, to be honest with you. It's like Dwight Howard-esque. He's obviously not as strong, but his vertical leap, defensively, he's going to be an issue. And one. Spencer Dinwiddie throws it up. Was it Dinwiddie? No, it was Claxton. Throws it up with his left hand and gets hit. And it goes down. So Nick Claxton is a Nico. I almost said Nico Claxton. I'm all right with that. Good defense from the Knicks. Physical. Barrett spun in the lane. A little strong on the layup. Claxton kind of altered the shot. But Jericho Sims, because Claxton was crashing the boards, Jericho Sims had the opportunity to clean it up. Claxton hits the free throw, even though that is one of the ugliest forms I've ever seen ever at the NBA level. The guy shooting with one arm has better form than Claxton on the Spurs. Sohan. Brunson working left. Cam Johnson guarding him. Kicks it out to Grimes. Grimes nails a three, and that is a good sign for the New York Knicks. Quentin Grimes has to hit threes. I know we love him, and he's going to be good. He's going to hit shots in the future, but he's been on a bit of a slump recently, and that does hurt because he's getting a lot of kickouts that he's got to knock down. Dinwiddie drives. Good move. Goes around Randle. Gets the layup. 12-9 is your score. 7:25 remain in first quarter. The size of Bridges and Cam Johnson, just the overall length of the Nets affecting Brunson so far. Kicks it out. Barrett. Barrett drives left. Grimes, step back three. No good. Way strong. I feel like Grimes has to be in his rhythm when he catches the ball or he's not making the shot. Unless he's driving to the basket, something like that. Bridges, corner, no good. Rebound, Cam Johnson. Floater is good. The putback. 12-11. Nothing in this so far. Both teams struggling offensively. Offensive rebounds and hustle points really is what both teams are thriving on. Barrett driving hard again to his left. This time it gets erased, I think, by Claxton. Barrett just puts his head down. Like, you could see that a mile away. You could time that a mile away. Claxton misses the dunk. Randle driving now. Claxton from behind blocks the shot, but it's out of bounds. And we'll have our first timeout. So good defense from Claxton so far. The return. Hasn't really been anything to get upset about or to really rant about or to make. I don't want to just be giving you guys, oh, well, this is what the rumors are saying every single day. It's thirsty. We'll wait for our content. But yeah, NBA playoffs, started the MLB season. There'll be a lot to talk about coming up. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. Monday night stream. Knicks, Nets. 2 All-Stars on the floor. None of them in Nets uniforms as far as I'm concerned. It's been a helter-skelter start, but nobody putting the ball in the basket. Bridges is 1 of 4. Brunson's 0 for 3. Barrett's 0 for 3. Brunson's 0 for 2. It's been pretty much Julius Randle against the Nets, which is fine. That's really been most of the Knicks' first quarters. Randle just playing by himself out there, hitting whatever shot. But you really can't stop Randle when he's in the zone, which does make him an all-star caliber player because you just can't stop him when he's really playing at a high level and he's locked in. Absolutely dead start to the game, though. But if you're just judging on the first, couple of games, minutes, it's gonna be a long game. I think the Knicks have a better bench, but Joe Harris scares me. Patty Mills tends to hurt the Knicks too. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, sweatshirt's fresh. Brunson to take it out. Definitely an interesting lineup the Nets have here with all the size. Defensively makes them a tough matchup. That's a tough shot. Good defense from Bridges on Randle. Finney-Smith, 3-ball, good. Line drive shot from Finney-Smith, but he knocks it down. Good kick out from Dinwiddie. A lot of dribbling from R.J. Barrett. Not really a lot of progress. What is he doing, man? He looks drunk out there. Tough shot. No good. Sims tries to get the rebound. Gets it swatted out of his hands. Then Claxton or Finney-Smith's controller dies. He throws it right to Grimes. Barrett pull-up 3. No good. This guy can't hit water if he fell out of the boat. This is unbelievable. Barrett has been ice cold. They call a travel on Mikal Bridges. This is just like the Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals. What happened to Cam Thomas? Is he hurt or is he coming off the bench? Oh, he's coming off the bench. I'm not really worried about him. Quickly and him are pretty much the same thing, I would say. Quickly's probably way better on defense. Thomas may be a little bit more explosive, but he doesn't really know how to play team basketball. Brunson, step back, knocks it down. Joe Harris comes in and starts to guard Jalen Brunson. So, I don't know if that was a switch or not, but I don't know if that's really what the Nets want to do on defense. They have the right idea. They have really good defenders in their starting lineup. They call a foul. Grimes and Jericho Sims both reaching in on Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's a flopper, notorious flopper. Got to go straight up against him. Brunson's been hitting the three ball a lot more efficiently in 2023. Quickly and Josh Hart, first two guys off the bench for the Knicks. So Josh Hart essentially in that 6th, 7th man role. Comes in for Grimes. And I think R.J. Barrett also comes out. Dinwiddie hits a pair. They put Bridges right back on Brunson. Yeah, so that was just a switch that Harris had Brunson on him for. Hartenstein also in the game. I think that might have been 2 fouls on Sims, though. They're posting up Hartenstein, and he just throws it out of bounds. Just a horrible pass. I'm really sick of Hartenstein just like looking like a sheepish teenager after he makes a bad play. You don't make enough good plays for me to be like laughing at your mistakes. Bridges drives right, drops it underneath to Day'Ron Sharpe, who lays it in. Good pass from Bridges. Brunson gets the switch he wants on Joe Harris yet again. They foul quickly, driving baseline. Ben Simmons is in the game. Joe Harris, Day'Ron Sharpe. Bridges is still in. They have Bridges on Brunson. That's a big it's a big deal because I don't know how often Brunson gets like 6, 8 guys guarding him. Brunson just broke Day'Ron Sharpe's ankles and knocks down the mid-ranger. Sharpe had to pick up his ankles. Dinwiddie pull up 3, cash. Josh Hart drives. Good little pass to Hartenstein, the heart to Hart. Hart to Hartenstein. Beautiful weight on that pass from Josh Hart. Little floater that hung up there for Hartenstein. Ben Simmons from 1 foot away, and he rolls it in. That's Ben Simmons' range right there, and he still looked very nervous. Randle for 3. It's good. Julius Randle. Yeah, I agree, Justin, but the only issue is the Nets starting lineup. I mean, I know Claxton's a big, so you like take Brunson to just use his quickness against him and Sharpe, obviously. But the starting lineup for the Nets is pretty like switchable. That was their whole selling point after the deals. After the deals went down, they still have a very good like defensive starting 5. But yeah, right now I'm not worried about it. Too early in the game. He still made some plays so far. Was he at 5 points? Yeah, 5 points. He's 2 for 4. No big deal. Barrett is the issue. Like, he's starting every game horribly. And he never tried, like, nothing ever comes in the middle of the offense for Barrett unless it's like a kick out that he just doesn't make. You could tell when he's just going to put his head down and drive left as hard as he can. Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying when the starters were out there earlier in the game, it was a little interesting. I was like, And they purposely kept trying to single out Claxton so he would get that switch, which is fine. But a lot of game left. Dinwiddie's off to a decent start. He's got 7. Randall's got 10. 4 of 6 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3. It's really been a Julius Randle show. For the Knicks, for the Nets, they're playing good, spreading it around, hustling, playing hard, which they've played hard under Jacques Vaughn. You can't question that. They don't really have nights since Jacques Vaughn has come in where I've seen that they've just been like horrible from start to finish. That's the thing with Joe Harris out there. You have to just punish him on defense like every time down there. You have to just keep singling him out and make the other team just cognizant of the fact that, yeah, if he's going to go crazy, he might go crazy from 3 at some point, but we're going to just get like a bucket every single time down. See, now they bring out Royce O'Neal. They have a very small lineup out there, so it would be nice if Hartenstein like used his big ass body and made some plays against. Or is Claxton still out there? Maybe Claxton's still out there. I guess he would have to be. I just saw, what's his name? Royce O'Neal matching up with him. Nah, Claxton's still out there. Simmons plays catch with Cam Johnson. Joe Harris looks at a 3. Royce O'Neal drives left, kicks down to Claxton. Good help from Quickly. Cam Johnson looking to hand off to Joe Harris. No one there. Good defense here from the Knicks. And at the last perfect guy you want to get wide open at the 1 foot away. Ben Simmons, short arms of 1-footer and misses it. Thank you, Ben Simmons. Randall wants the rock. Josh Hart for 3. Knocks it down. The new Nick hits a 3. Hesitated for a second. Didn't like the look of it out of his hand, but it went down. Ben Simmons is just a dribble handoff expert. Bootleg Draymond Green. He's passing it 1 foot away again. Claxton drives left. Crazy attempt. It'll be Knicks ball. Josh Hart knocking down a 3. Looks like a Knick. He just looks like a guy that'll fit in nicely. Brunson gets the screen from Hartenstein, drives hard left. Step back, fade away, cash. Jalen Brunson. Very difficult shot, ladies and gentlemen. That is a ridiculous shot to even attempt, but he does it and makes it look real easy. Royce O'Neal, corner shot, no good. Quickly grabs the rebound. Knicks looking to push. About a minute left in this first quarter. Knicks starting to go on a little bit of a run, 8-0 run. Quickly and Hartenstein play catch. Cam Johnson guarding Quickly. He's got to be able to take advantage there. They switch Claxton onto him. Now they post up Hartenstein. He's got to have a move. Hart to Hart again. Hartenstein to Hart. As soon as Hartenstein got the ball, Josh Hart knew to cut, and Hartenstein is looking to dish at all times as well. He's kind of like a 6'11" Ben Simmons almost. He's not terribly afraid to shoot, though. Brunson almost gets a steal on Ben Simmons. Goes into the backcourt. Simmons kicks it. Joe Harris hesitates, pulls the trigger anyway, and hits. Every time Joe Harris shoots against the Knicks, I'm pretty sure it goes in. He's another guy, just a long list of guys I've never seen miss against the Knicks. 23.4 seconds remaining. Knicks up 3 in this first quarter. They will hold for what should be the last feasible field goal attempt in this quarter. But liking what we're seeing from Josh Hart, 5 points off the bench right away, a 3-ball and a cut. You just see what he's about right away. Brunson for 3, and it's good. 5 seconds remaining, though. Got to play D. Cam Johnson basically carrying it, and the Knicks get a stop or a steal there. Big end to the quarter from Jalen Brunson. I added one too many points. 31-26 is your score at the end of 1. Nets are high effort defending. That's going to kill Barry and hopefully eventually Randall. I don't think it's going to kill Randall really because he's stronger than everyone the Nets are going to put on him. So eventually if he really wants to drive, he's just going to shove you out of the way. Yeah, he'll get called for some fouls. He'll make some bad plays, and especially he's shooting the ball well to start the game. I'm not worried about Randall. Barrett has just been like this against everybody, so he's got to figure it out. Hart is such a good cutter. Yep. Definitely. They definitely thought about that too, Justin, right? They'd have to have thought like Hart moves without the ball really well, and that's like something they're looking to get going in the second unit, especially if Hart, his best strength is passing. And if a lot of these teams are going to go small, like it looks like the Nets are, Claxton might have to play like 40 minutes tonight. But yeah, I like the synergy with Josh Hart in the second unit. He doesn't need the ball to be efficient either. Defensively, he looks like a guy who we want on our team. Brunson with 10, Randall with 10. Brunson just got hot. As soon as we said anything like, oh, we'll put in Mikal Bridges on, literally as soon as they took Mikal Bridges out, Brunson started to feast. Seemed like he kind of knew that was his time to shine.
I'm a screener.
Oh, random ad popping up. No free ads here. Pretty exciting quarter, though. Entertaining, back and forth. Started slow, but started to pick up a little bit. Knicks are clearly like the second units. I guess is Cam Thomas hurt, or is he just about to start the second quarter? What's good there? Because I see 5 guys came off the bench. No, 4 guys came off the bench. So I would assume Cam Thomas is about to come in, right? Or Watanabe. Nets have a lot of guys who like deserve probably a few minutes. It's just interesting to see what Jacques Vaughn is going to do. Oh, it is 32. Let's go. 6-point lead for the Knickerbockers. Obviously, that'll probably be gone in the next 30 seconds. NBA leads, I do not want to see them until the end of the game. It might as well be 0-0 at all times. Here is Cam Thomas, just as I said his name. I summoned him into the game. Josh Hart will be guarding Cam Thomas. He switches. They're switching right away. So Ben Simmons. Toppin gets his hand on it. Nets retain. Cam Johnson, quick release, no good. Josh Hart flying in for the rebound. Hart driving with his right hand, goes downhill, and that's what Josh Hart loves to do, is grab rebounds and go coast to coast when he sees a hole in the defense. Gets a layup there, 34-26. 7 points off the bench already for Josh Hart. Cam Johnson easily fouled by R.J. Barrett. I just don't know what this guy's doing, man. He just swatted Cam Johnson's arm for no reason at all. R.J. Barrett is kind of holding us back, man. If he was as good, I mean, he has nights where he's a big part of us winning, but he never seems to just be in the flow when he's doing that. He always seems to be like hunting buckets. So 3 free throws for Cam Johnson. He hits the first. Misses the second. So in this day and age, there's going to be a day where they're just going to start saying you should start fouling like really good three-point shooters when they're open, because they might have a and they're never going to say that, I know, but still. Sabermetrics and numbers and stuff. Toppin struggles throwing it inbounds just because Joe Harris, like, that's not good enough. Josh Hart should be getting open. There we go. Get the ball in bounds. Hart bringing it up. Cam Thomas guarding Josh Hart. I like that matchup for the Knicks. Quickly pulls up for 3. Knocks it down. Emmanuel quickly. Royce O'Neal pull up 3. Knocks it down. Answers. Nice little setup from Ben Simmons. That's really what he's good for, is just big screens and little handoffs to guys who actually can shoot. See RJ looking clearly to go down to his to his left hand. Still gets back out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart driving now, spins, knocks it down. What a shot from Josh Hart. He's having a hell of a game today. Cam Thomas gets to switch to Hartenstein. Not what you want to see if you're a Knicks fan. Thomas, step back, mid-range, knocks it down. Both teams trading buckets. That was a 2-ball from Thomas. I keep missing a point here and there. Quickly to the basket. No good. Hartenstein on the follow. Tips it home. Back and forth. Thomas. Hustles. Cam Johnson wide open 3. Knocks it down. The scramble drill goes the Nets' way. Good hustle from Cam Thomas. Hartenstein almost throws it away. 10 to shoot for the Knicks. Quickly operating up top. Kicks it out. Josh Hart wide open. Knocks it down. What a quarter from Josh Hart. He's having one of the best. Like, this is unbelievable. This is some Linsanity stuff from Josh Hart. Cam Johnson tries to flop, run into his own man. Doesn't work. 44-36. Got the Cams on the court for the Nets, Johnson and Thomas. Knicks go under the screen, and Royce O'Neal knocks it down. Quickly fade away, no good. Nets get the rebound. (44-39). Cam Thomas plays catch with Ben Simmons. Pretty much out of control, but he gets a foul call. Josh Hart. I don't know if you watch him that much, Kev, but he has nights where he's really good. He's just not consistent, so it depends on how you look at it. He's also 22, 23. Might be. I think he's 22, so. If Cam Thomas is him, then you got to give R.J. Barrett some slack too, I think. Still a young player. But yeah, I'm definitely frustrated. He's averaging 20 a game, so it's not like he's trash, but I don't think he's at the point where you'd like it to see him at this point in the season. Can't make like wide open threes too much. Drives downhill with his head. Tries to barrel through people. Cam Thomas misses the free throw. Toppin gets the rebound. Hands off to Hart. Hartenstein to Hart. Hart drives back to Hartenstein, kicks it out. Toppin. Step back 3. No good. Hartenstein tips it to Cam Thomas. Thomas pushing. Claxton gets his own rebound. Jump ball. Good defense from Obi Toppin. Claxton gets blocked by Obi Toppin from behind. Good defense from Toppin twice. Good contest the first time. Then Claxton gets his own offensive rebound. Second time, Toppin and Hartenstein both fighting underneath. Toppin and Claxton will jump it up. So advantage Claxton for sure. Toppin can get up, but he's more. I don't think he's like a 2-footed jumper. He's more of a 1-footed jumper. He needs to get like a running start off 2 feet. .803 remaining, second quarter. Jump ball here. Nets will retain. Royce O'Neal corrals it, hands it off to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie gets to his spot, in and out. Knicks get the rebound quickly. Dinwiddie's crying. Knicks tossing it around. Hart for 3, tough shot. And I think that's his first miss. Spencer Dinwiddie crying, gets a technical. Saw that coming. He's shooting a fadeaway and wants a foul. I hate this league, man. These guys shoot fadeaway jumpers and expect foul calls. Dinwiddie had like 7 feet of space to shoot a floater there. Quickly to the line after the technical. He knocks it down. 45-40. Now watch Dinwiddie. He's just going to drive and get a foul call. Classic, everything in the book. Exaggerating every bit of contact. Cam Thomas, floater, gets hit by R.J. Barrett. Not sure what the call was there. Classic, though. Get a technical, and then the refs make up for it 2 seconds later. Thomas hits the free throw. Obviously had a huge February so far. Gets a lot of foul calls, likes to go downhill himself quite a bit. He gets the tunnel vision when he has the ball in his hands, but he could definitely score. Hits a pair. Very unorthodox in the way he scores. .7:21 remaining. Jalen Brunson back in the game. They have Finney Smith guarding him now before the switch. They switch Claxton onto him. Defensive 3 seconds on the Nets. Dinwiddie's crying again. Got to say, I don't dislike Jock Vaughn. It's a much more likable Nets roster. It's not like I disliked Steve Nash either, but he's just, why would you hire him in the first place was always my thought. Brunson misses the defensive 3 seconds free throw. Would have let Quickly shoot it. Just nailed one. Just let him shoot another one. They get it into Brunson. They keep switching the center on to Brunson. Claxton. Hart. Drives, looking for a foul call, no call. Probably should have fell down. That time was definitely a foul. Hart fouls Claxton. Josh Hart is saying that's the same exact call that you called for Cam Thomas right there. You didn't call it for me. I tend to agree. Obviously, both of us are biased, but it looked like the same thing. You're running a floater. You can make contact on the guy's body as he's shooting a floater. Usually should be a foul call. If you're going to call it one way, you have to call it the other way. So it's the way the NBA works. I like the refereeing in the NBA is just so bad. If there was ever a sport where I thought there needed to be robot referees, it would be the NBA. I feel like MLB umpiring is not nearly as bad as NBA officiating. And it's all games. Like, any game I watch, I'm like, that's not a call. What is the call there? It's not just Knicks games. Pretty entertaining half, though. Nets starting to pick up some steam a little bit. Getting some foul calls. Knicks have taken 3 free throws with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. And I think one of them was a defensive 3 seconds. One of them was a tech on Dinwiddie. So Julius Randle had 1 and 1. Otherwise, the Knicks have not taken a free throw from a personal foul in this game. That in itself is interesting, wouldn't you say? It's early. Maybe the referees are accommodating for this now. And going to give all the Knicks all the calls in the second half. Who knows? Stay tuned. The script is still being written. or at least they haven't told me yet. But yeah, I'd like to see the referees. You know, I thought Hart got fouled on that floater, no doubt about it. How many points does Hart have, actually? Hart has 12 off the bench to lead all scorers. 10 minutes, 12 points for Josh Hart, 2 threes. Leaving him out there. He's going to play huge minutes, it looks like. So at least this year, last year they went and got Cam Reddish, and Tibbs didn't want to play him. This year, at least they know Tibbs wants to play Josh Hart. Nick Claxton at the line with that ugly, ugly form, and he misses the first. A lot of similarities between Mitchell Robinson and Nick Claxton, in my opinion. Both hustle, very athletic big men. Not necessarily ever going to trust them to make a free throw, and not really going to trust them to make a shot beyond a dunk, but you really don't have to. And they both make a big impact on the defensive end whenever they're healthy. Mitch Rob is very rarely ever healthy, as he is not tonight. Claxton hits 1 of 2. 6:45 remaining. Brunson. Quickly, Brunson, Sims, Toppin, and Hart is your 5 for the New York Knicks. Brunson drives right, step back, leans in, gets a call on a floater. And this is the league, man. Like, listen, if they're calling that now, I'm a little confused because I wouldn't based on the whole game, I wouldn't expect them to call that. But the guys start complaining a little bit, and rightfully so. Cam Thomas getting some ticky-tack calls. Dinwiddie's complaining as well. So everyone's upset with the referees right now. Brunson hits the first. And the second. So 4-point lead for the Knicks. A lot of free throws being shot now. Referees getting involved. Guys complaining. Stop, start, stop, start. Cam Thomas being guarded by Josh Hart. Gets rid of it. Dinwiddie lost it. And kicked it underneath through the basket. So they can't. What's the call? I guess they called a foul. I guess it went off Sims, maybe? I guess it went out of bounds off Sims. Dinwiddie flopping, throws the ball up at the rim, shooting too. Look at the way Dinwiddie is playing right now. Just embarrassing. I mean, this is the only way he could be effective, really, in the NBA at this point. So the referees are going to... I hate that play. I never think it should be allowed for whoever does it. It's an excuse for guys to miss shots. It's an excuse for guys to complain. You're just stopping. You're not trying to shoot the ball at all. You're clearly hanging in the air waiting for someone to run into you. Dinwiddie hits both. It was a 2-point attempt. They say his foot was on the line. We'll take that. Brunson drives right. Chase down block. Is it a goaltend? They say it's a goaltend. I don't know how it's not an N1. Day'Ron Sharp with the attempted chase down block was called a goaltend, but he also comes crashing through the back of Brunson after that. Offensive foul on Sharp. Referees really liking themselves, loving the sound of their whistle so far in the second quarter. Not a good sign for either team because that means the refs are going to get involved later in the game as well. This game is very ticky-tack. It's physical, don't get me wrong. It's physical on both ends, but the refs got to get control of it. Soft plays are not called, like soft calls are called, and then there's hard contact not being called. A lot of minutes for Josh Hart, rightfully so. He's played well. Barrett hasn't. Grimes really hasn't done much either. Brunson working on Sharp. Nets send a double team quickly. Hands it off to Hart. Hart, spin move. Another spin move. Hart misses. Dinwiddie pull up three. Knocks it down. 4 threes in the quarter for the Nets. Randall, pull up three. No good. Sharp the rebound. Pushes ahead to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie shoots another three. No good. Nets get the offensive rebound. The tip out. Thomas, floater is good. 4:55 remaining. The Nets take the lead. Knicks will get a timeout. Pull up three from Spencer Dinwiddie. It was a tough shot. I mean, Brunson was right there. Then a missed three from Randall. Nets push. Get an offensive board. Cam Thomas drives right. No help. Little floater. And that is why the Knicks will take their timeout. A lot of minutes for Josh Hart tonight. Let's see if we have any foul trouble. 2 fouls on Sims. 2 fouls on Finney-Smith. 2 on Sharp. Also 2 on Barrett and 2 on Josh Hart. So a lot of fouls called on the Knicks. Knicks fouling a lot, which is, you know what, I'm okay with. If that's the reason they're losing right now, which to me is that's the reason they're losing, they're fouling a lot. Nets like to foul bait quite a bit. When you have Dinwiddie, Cam Thomas, and then the rest of their guys are kind of just crashing and hustle players around, so they'll generate foul calls just from hustling. But Dinwiddie is tough to watch sometimes. Like, he hangs in the air for like 40 seconds on his jumper because he's looking for contact every time. I mean, the Knicks are shooting the three well. They're 7 of 13. The Nets are 7 of 12. So the three ball is right there. The Nets are 11 of 14 from the line. It's really all you can say. The Knicks are 4 of 5. How many turnovers for the Knicks? Knicks 2 turnovers. The Nets have 3. Four offensive boards apiece for each team. So it's not like either team's really being out hustled in terms of turnovers, second chance points, stuff like that. Nets getting to the line a little bit, keeping them in the game. It's a 1-point game. It's going to be 4 quarters. Every Knicks-Nets game, I don't care if the Knicks have Willis Reed and Clyde Frazier and Carmelo Anthony, or if the Nets have the biggest 3 you can ever imagine. 3 creative players from a 2K sim. I do not care. So Dinwiddie getting hot a little bit this quarter. He's got, 12. He's 3 of 8. Brunson leads all scorers with 14. Dinwiddie and Hart both have 12. Randall has 10. Otherwise, very balanced scoring from the Nets. Cam Johnson has 9. Cam Thomas has 7. Nets playing a little zone here, or like a matchup. Randall, nice little Elbow jumper, pull up in Dorian Finney-Smith, right in his grill. Knicks regain the lead. It's going to be back and forth all night. So come down to the referees in the last 2 minutes. The Nets just flop around, though. Oh, my God. Every single movement, the Nets flop. And one for Dinwiddie. Rips it through on Grimes. And he gets another foul call. Shocked and appalled. Dinwiddie gets the N1, completes it from the line. 2-point game. Brunson pull up three. Knocks it down. Jalen Brunson answers. Brunson versus Dinwiddie night? Is that tonight? Is that what we signed up for today, Knicks and Nets fans? 17 for Brunson, 15 for Dinwiddie. Cam Thomas drives right, gives it a Sharp. Sharp kicks it back out to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie looking to shoot a three. He shoots another one. No good. Day'Ron Sharp tracks down the rebound. Cam Thomas working on Josh Hart. Floater no good. Randall the rebound. Hart out to Randall. Randall was not ready to shoot that. Good rebound from Mikal Bridges. Sometimes you just know Randall wasn't ready to shoot the ball. Bridges driving on Sims. Falls down. No call. Good no call. Sims was straight up. Brunson in the corner. No good. That would have been a big shot for morale. Not really for the score. 4-point game. No big deal. Back and forth we go. Dinwiddie drives right. Kicks to the corner. Cam Thomas drives. Floater no good. Randall the rebound. Julius looks either tired or just a little bit like too casual for me right now. He's been hitting shots, but he just looks like one of those nights where he's just not thinking as much as he should. And as I say that, he hits just a ridiculous leaner in the lane, and the Nets will take a timeout. That's what I mean about Randall. It's just like I've never seen a player where I just have no read on him whatsoever. He's got 14 and 7. He's having a great half. Within the flow of the offense, it doesn't feel like he's just jacking up shots, except for that 1-3 ball he just took. He just worked his way into a spot where he liked. And this is what I mean about Randall against the Nets. I think he's really the matchup to go to. Obviously, Brunson, you want him scoring every single night. He's got 17 in the first half. He's been doing that kind of regularly, Brunson, recently. He had 20 in the first quarter against Philadelphia. Had a big first half against Utah. It's really been Dinwiddie for the Nets. Cam Thomas is 2 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. So got to keep an eye on him too. He can get hot. Rest of their team is really just a bunch of spot-up shooters. So Dinwiddie and Thomas are the two guys that can kind of create and isolate. The rest of their team is based around the movement of the offense and hustling and open three balls and kickouts. So if the Knicks defend the three-point line relatively well and rebound, I think they'll be all right. No Mitchell Robinson tonight. Again, obviously. I can't wait till he comes back to see the full roster, like fully developed and everyone ready to go. Because Mitchell Robinson is basically our Claxton, our whatever you want to say. The rim protector, the main rebounder. He's a nuisance on the offensive glass, all that stuff. Dinwiddie lets the ball roll across half court. Picked up by Grimes. Throws it over to Bridges to the left. Bridges picks up 2 ball screens. Throws it in the corner. Cam Johnson working on Brunson. Looking to shoot over him again. Johnson, no good. Grimes secures the rebound. Kicks it out to Randall. Randall, see what he does here. Looks like Julius wants to go to work again. They're going to send the double his way. Tough shot from Randall. Sims keeps it alive, and Grimes falls down. Kicks it out to Randall. Good defense here from the Nets. It's crazy how physical they're allowed to be, though, with their hands and stuff. I feel like the Knicks are getting called for everything. Dinwiddie working on Grimes. In the post. You know that fadeaway's coming. Knocks it down. Tough shot. 17 for Dinwiddie, 17 for Brunson. It's been an even matchup, except, Dinwiddie's doing it all, a lot of it from the free throw line. 5 free throws for Dinwiddie. Brunson for 3, no good. Cam Johnson gets the rebound. 56-55. Dinwiddie drives left. Kicks it out to the corner. Mikal Bridges for 3, knocks it down. And the Nets regain the lead. 2-point game. 50 seconds to go in the first half. We will be taking a brief intermission at halftime. It's been a very good first half, let's be honest. Very entertaining. The Nets go 2-3 zone here, as most teams do against the Knicks. Brunson pull up in the free throw line area, knocks it down. We have a tie game. 38.8 remaining. Dinwiddie versus Brunson. Dinwiddie pull up 3, knocks it down. Spencer Dinwiddie is on fire in the first half. Ten-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Nets up 3. Brunson. Grimes. Grimes for 3. No good. Quentin Grimes got to start making some shots. 7 seconds remaining first half. You know Dinwiddie's getting the shot up. Step back 3. No good. And he flopped to the ground again. End of the half. Nets up 3. Dinwiddie has 20. Brunson has 19. Back and forth they go. Hell of a first half. For the Knicks, from a Knicks perspective, I'd like to see them start getting to the line a little bit more. I don't know what they're going to have to do. They've only shot 5 free throws in that half, and 2 of them were technical free throws. Nets shot 15. 3 ball was going out for the Nets. Dinwiddie shot 6. Brunson shot 5. So Dinwiddie was 3 of 5 from 3. 3 of 6 from 3. Brunson was 3 of 5. Randall 6 of 12 from the field. Josh Hart had a nice little stint in the second quarter. That was when the Knicks were looking at their best. Other than that, really not much between these two teams. It's been Dinwiddie versus Brunson with a little bit of Julius Randle sprinkled on the side. Josh Hart had a fun little moment. Nets are playing good team basketball. At least on the defensive end, the Nets look like a decent team to me. I know they just gave up 58 points in the first half, but that's pretty solid in this day and age. So everyone stay tuned. We'll be back for the second half. Your boy's going to take a quick break. Think about what the Knicks possibly could do to lose this game. Listen, you think about it this way, R.J. Barrett is not going to play that bad in the second half, right? Probably one of the worst halves of his career. Things may be starting to go a little bit sour for him, but that may be why Josh Hart was picked up in the first place. Mitchell Robinson coming back will be huge for this Knicks team. I like Jericho Sims a lot, but Mitchell Robinson is just way more further along in his development, and he's a little bit longer. He may not be as quick, but he's a little bit longer to affect shots at the rim. So the Knicks definitely do need him back. All right, stay tuned, everybody. Second half coming up. Big second half needed. This is a game you got to win. You got to expect to win at least on your home court. I don't think the Nets are bad by any stretch. I think they're probably pretty even-ish with us. But I'd like to see Mitchell Robinson healthy because I do think he would help quite a bit in this type of game, just contesting shots. But yeah, we're going to take a quick little break. I'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. And we're back. Second half, getting ready to start from MSG. Entertaining first half. It was really the Brunson versus Dinwiddie show. I feel like Dinwiddie always does cook the Knicks. I mean, he took 12 shots in that first half. 6 of 12, 5 of 5 from the line, 3 threes. He's got 20 points, 3 assists. Definitely a good half from Dinwiddie. He looks like he wants to do something tonight, and he certainly had a good first half. Grimes, Knicks are switching. Both teams are switching every pick and roll, which is allowing for Brunson and Dinwiddie easy rhythm step back threes. And these guys are so good that if you give these type of guards enough space on like when Hartenstein gets switched on to Dinwiddie knows he's going to get into his step back three. And same thing when Claxton or Sharp switches on to Brunson, it was pretty much back and forth. So, second half keys. We'll see if the referees get involved in the second half. I thought there was some ticky-tack calls. I just wanted it to go both ways. If you're going to call ticky-tack calls, let's see it the whole game. I feel like Dinwiddie and Cam Thomas kind of hang in the air a little bit, waiting for contact. But we'll see. It's kind of the case for so many teams in the NBA. It is what it is. Until they stop calling it, these guys are going to keep doing it. So can't blame them. Dinwiddie brings it across the timeline. Third quarter underway. Knicks starting to trap a little bit off that pick and roll. Start the third quarter. Bridges. Good contest from R.J. Barrett. Good defense. Sims the rebound. Gives it over to Randall. Randall kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson brings it across the timeline. Nets still switching. Cam Johnson switches on to Brunson. Now here's Barrett in the corner. Barrett against Claxton. Kicks it out wide open. Julius Randle for three. No good. It'll be Knicks ball. Good hustle from Jericho Sims. 50-50 call. I couldn't tell if it was Sims or Johnson, to be honest with you. It might have been off Sims. So there might have been the first call the Knicks get. Brunson drives right. Bridges closes them off. The bridge is closed. Floater from Jalen Brunson falls. Dinwiddie drives right, gets downhill. Underneath the Claxton, who finishes. Good catch from Claxton. There was a lot of bodies underneath there, a lot of traffic. Dinwiddie kind of bailed out. He looked like he was trying to get it to Claxton, so in the end the result was exactly what he wanted, but not sure if it got deflected on the way through. Grimes from the corner. Knocks it down. Tie game. 3-ball from Quentin Grimes. Need to see that. That's why he's out there. Starting to trap Dinwiddie a little bit. Flopping again. Doesn't get the call. What did I say? Like, that is not a foul on any day of the week. You could clearly see him trying to get his arm wrapped up, Dinwiddie. Barrett, tough floater, knocks it down. That was a very tough shot, but that's R.J. Barrett's first basket in the game. I don't know if that's the longest he's gone without scoring in a game. It feels like it. He didn't even go to the line in the first half. Cam Johnson, being guarded by Brunson, kicks it back out to Dinwiddie. High screen from Claxton to the right. Knicks trap. Grimes, good D on Dinwiddie. Terrible shot. Dinwiddie looking for more foul calls. What did your boy say? Dinwiddie needs the foul calls. Barrett finishes up top over Dorian Finney-Smith with a tough layup. And the Nets going to get a timeout here? No, they won't. Dinwiddie needs the refs, man. Every single time he takes a shot, he's looking at the refs. It's kind of annoying. I'm not just saying that because it's the Nets. He can go off. It's fine. Grimes gets a tip. Oh, goes towards Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith can't finish over the top of Sims. Good verticality from Jericho Sims. Has the springs in his legs. Good defense there. Hands all over Julius Randle. Hands all over him. Brunson for three. Knocks it down. And the Knicks go on a big run here to start the third quarter. Julius Randle kicks it out to to Jalen Brunson, who is just money these days from the 3-point spot. And a great start. Exactly what I said needed to happen has happened. Spencer Dinwiddie comes out, thinks he's Michael Jordan, thinks he deserves every foul call in the book. He's already got one technical tonight. I wouldn't be upset if he wanted to get himself tossed from the game. If he wants to, he can. Sorry, Rob. I know he's your guy, and you know what? I respect that. I like him more than KD because he's yours. Spencer Dinwiddie is a net. When I think of the Nets, I think of Spencer Dinwiddie, and I'm happy he's home. But tonight, he's doing a little bit too much whining, a little bit complaining, a little bit relying on the referees, acting like a little bit of a Trae Young act. So he comes out, throws up 2 terrible shots to start this third quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if he hits a 3 right in my face to start out of this timeout. But you know what? Great start to the third quarter for the Knicks. Brunson's got 24 points and counting, just under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. We also saw a great defensive vertical, straight up from Jericho Sims at the rim, met Dorian Finney-Smith, pretty much swallowed him whole. Couldn't get over him. And when Sims has that, Steve, Brunson is kind of a robot. He's very, what I like to call anti-Nick, Jalen Brunson. He does not feel. So Rob and Steve, here's my question. I don't know if acquiring Dinwiddie to me is the worst thing that could have happened to Cam Thomas. They should have probably, I know Dinwiddie's your guy and he's a scorer. He's balling out tonight, don't get me wrong. But he's a little bit more of a veteran. I feel like he kind of does what Cam Thomas does. I don't know if they could both be on the court at the same time. Both very ball dominant. Don't really create for others that well. So you guys need to pick. Is it Dinwiddie season or Cam season? You want to see them both out there. I don't know. I personally, as not a neutral, but I'm trying to be neutral here from a basketball sense. Those guys on offense kind of the ball just stops when they're both on the court. Yeah, they get hot, so it's fun. And I guess the thought is one of them gets hot on the bench, the other one gets hot with the starters. But if they're both trying to play 30 minutes, that's the question. Fully expecting the Nets to hit a 3 coming out of this timeout. Good lead pass from Julius Randle to R.J. Barrett. Very nice finish from Barrett. Yeah, that's my question. The minutes issue with the Nets is going to be interesting. They have a lot of guys that deserve to play a few minutes. That's how I describe it. Besides, Bridges deserves to play big minutes, of course. Cam Johnson, for sure, on this roster should play big minutes. Claxton, definitely. And Thomas clearly has that scoring ability. We're out of the timeout. Good pass. Cam Johnson throws a BB to Nick Claxton. I keep thinking Nico Claxton. Nick Claxton. And he draws an N1 on R.J. Barrett. Too small for Nick Claxton on the switch. Good pass from Cam Johnson. I think Bridges is just an elite role player on any team. He's not really an offensive, number one option night to night. And I think you see that already with how the Nets are running their offense a lot through Dinwiddie and a lot through Cam Thomas when he's in the game. So Claxton completes the N1. Nets get 3 back. They didn't hit the 3 like I said, but they got 3 back. Brunson working on Bridges. Floater from Brunson and 1. Jalen Brunson against his college teammate Mikal Bridges, reminding them who was the National Player of the Year on that Villanova team. It was not Mikal Bridges. It was Jalen Brunson. Just getting into the windshield wipers on Mikal Bridges. Didn't know where he was going. Bridges is crying. Clearly a foul all over him. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Bridges' game, though. He's not really he's not somebody who Brunson can't complete the 3-point play. He's not really somebody who off the dribble I'm really that scared of. It's when you kick it to him and he's got one quick decision to make. Do I shoot the 3 or do I take a hard drive with my lead leg and just go hard to the rim? When you give it to him up top, he doesn't have the creativity that a Bridges, there you go, turnover. created by the Knicks. When you give Bridges the ball up top and just say, like, go operate, I don't think he's going to be that good. That's just my opinion. I've seen plenty of him. Doesn't mean he's not a really, really good player. He's just not a lead scoring option. He does a lot of other things. Clearly not defend Jalen Brunson that well tonight, though. I don't know if anybody can. Kicks it out, Barrett. Barrett hesitates. Looking to drive right. Good defense from Cam Johnson. Gets a steal. Claxton. And one. Terrible defense from Julius Randle. I don't know what he was doing there. Could have just went straight up. Tried to wrap him up too late. And a great play from Nick Claxton leading the break. Yeah, I mean, the Nets also lack, now you lack what you guys used to would always tell me. You guys don't have a superstar. That's what I used to hear all the time. Now you don't even have an all-star. Claxton to the line again. Misses this one. Ugliest form I've ever seen in the NBA for Nick Claxton. I've said it 10 times. Literally, he would be better shooting underhand or one-handed, like the guy on the Spurs shoots one-handed. Tell me I'm wrong. Would you not want to see Claxton just shoot one-handed? That looks broken. Nets D'ing up here. Randall step back, goes glass, misses by 20 feet. Good defense from Finney-Smith. Randall looks tired tonight. I don't know. Dinwiddie needs to stop looking at the refs. They're blitzing him now. Throws it to the corner, wide open. Cam Johnson, no good. Randall just staring at the ball again. Finney-Smith cashes into three because Randall is just staring again. And Tom Thibodeau will call a timeout. Julius Randle, man, just sometimes lacks focus. That's what you would say on his scouting report. I don't know what he was doing. Gets turned around. Finney-Smith's wide open. He doesn't go for the ball on the rebound. He's just staring at it. And then, all of a sudden, he realizes that the Nets still have the ball, even though it was right in front of him the whole time, and his guy's wide open in the corner. Can't get excited about an NBA game until the last 3 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes. It might be the last minute 30, to be honest with you, the way guys shoot it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who do you take out? I love Brunson, don't get me wrong. I'm happy the Knicks got one. I don't want to get greedy. I think they do have one of the best 1-2, like, at least scoring options in the league. They just don't have, like, God-tier guy, which is fine. It's hard to find that guy. But I just don't know. Who would you take off for Brunson? As much as I love Brunson, I just don't. I looked at the list. I just don't see anybody that. I guess Drew Holiday made it. But he's, like, kind of like. He kind of gets, like, a Draymond Green type of all-star decision where it's, like, he's won a title because he's, like, the glue guy, and he's starting to get respect for that now. It's not really because he's, like, scoring that much. He doesn't really have to either, playing with Giannis. (72-71). Back and forth we go. Run after run after run. Timeout for the Knicks. 26 for Brunson. 20 for Dinwiddie. Defense has been good in this third quarter, I feel like. Brunson's hit some tough shots. Claxton's been doing well, getting to the line, hustling. I'd like to see Claxton versus Mitch Robb when both are healthy. I feel like neither are ever healthy at the same time. And when Claxton was playing with, like, the best players in the league, it's hard to really judge him for me. It's like, remember when Clint Capella was playing with James Harden? People thought he was, like, God. Fat Joe, Iggy Azalea, Eric Andre, Emily Ratajkowski. I think they're dating. I saw them at the Garden together. True facts. Penn Badgley. Henrik Lundqvist probably has free tickets for life there. All right. Seven minutes remaining, third quarter. Quentin Grimes inbounding. Nets showing a little full court pressure here. Knicks struggle with that, so not a bad idea. Brunson, once you deny Brunson a lot, well, he gets it across the timeline pretty easily. So kind of half-ass pressure from the Nets, just showing it. They get it to Randall at the free throw line. See what he can do. Kicks it out to Brunson quick. And one, Jalen Brunson. This guy is unbelievable, man. This guy is unbelievable as a shot maker. I don't care if the net, like, at least we have him, is my thought. Like, we get to watch this guy every single night. And he's pretty much scoring 30 by the third quarter every single night, too. And he keeps missing free throws, of course. Yeah. I should have sold it to TMZ, but that's not the type of guy I am. I don't want my name to be built on that slander. I could have told them about Emily and Eric, as I know them at the Garden. Dinwiddie spins, misses. Knicks get the rebound. Randall in the corner working on Finney-Smith. I don't know what Randall's doing. Randall's having a tough quarter. It's been a JB quarter. It's been all Jalen Brunson. 6:14 remaining. Randall tried to kick it to the corner to Grimes, but it was just like a laser bounce pass that Randy Moss in his prime probably would have struggled to catch. Dinwiddie top of the key. He's getting trapped now. That's why he's still trying to score, and he's getting trapped now. He's not letting the game come to him. Deep three for Dinwiddie. No good. Rebound, Mikal Bridges, because R.J. Barrett doesn't want to box out, and then R.J. Barrett wants to just toss his hips into Mikal Bridges like they won't see it. His confidence is shot, R.J. Barrett. I know a lot of people are going to say he sucks. Fine. I mean, he's like 22 years old, whatever. But this is as bad as I've seen him in terms of like confidence. He never really plays this badly in a row like this. Usually it's like, oh, R.J. Barrett, 34 points. Next game, 14 points and struggled. Bridges to the line. Clearly a foul. R.J. Barrett just used his body the whole way. Overly aggressive. 2-point game. Barrett to the bench. I think that's his third or fourth foul. Quickly comes in. Just don't take Brunson out. He might get 2 minutes of rest tonight. Bridges hits a pair. See, like that's something about Bridges that you'll know. Like he hits free throws. Really good at hitting free throws. Something that good teams need to do, or at least competent teams, which the Nets seem to be. Randall drives right. Grimes cuts. Sims seems to always find the loose balls for the Knicks when they need him to. That's one of his few. He has terrible hands. He seems like he has small hands. Randall just a hope and a prayer three ball, no good. Momentum continues to swing. Bridges posting up on Brunson. Finney-Smith trying to work on Sims. They play catch. Finney-Smith for three. Knocks it down. Finney-Smith is like a hot and cold guy from three as well. Plays really good defense, though. Claxton switches on to Brunson. Brunson kicks it out to Grimes. Grimes drives hard, gets a foul call. Not sure. I don't know if that was a foul either. Put my hand up and be honest. He drove hard, took a heavy fall. I don't know if he really got a ton of contact. But nevertheless, Quentin Grimes heads to the line. I feel like he never gets to the line. He needs to work on that. I'm sure he's good from the line, but he never gets there. Brunson and Randall are the second Knicks duo in the last 60 years, each with consecutive 30-point games. Who was the other? Melo and Amari? Or Crawford and Marbury? Nope. Before my time. Patrick Ewing and Gerald Wilkins. How many people remember that Gerald Wilkins run? I sure as hell don't. Grimes hits a pair. 4:44 remaining, third quarter. Tie game. Royce O'Neal bringing it across the timeline. Cam Thomas is in the game, being guarded by Quentin Grimes. They're trying to get Bridges the ball here, being guarded by Brunson. Kicks it out. Thomas, mid-range. That's where he likes to operate. Short. Randall gets the rebound. Quickly pushes, being guarded by Bridges. Nice drive from Julius Randle. Acrobatic finish with his right hand. Cam Thomas doesn't look natural as a point guard either. Just saying. Half-court scorer for sure. Good defense here from the Knicks. Oh, and Randall just hammered Mikal Bridges. I don't know how they didn't call that. Did he get the ball? I thought he hit Bridges in the top of the head. Nevertheless, Nets picked up a loose ball and scored. I thought Randall swatted Bridges in the head there. No doubt about it. I'm not watching with the sound on. Jock Vaughn looks confused. Randall again. Gets hammered by Finney Smith. Very physical. Starting to get a little chippy. Is Randall hurt? Yeah, he whacks him in the back of the head. It wasn't intentional. He's like going for the ball from behind as Bridges shoots like in front of his face. – 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists for Randall. He's had a bad third quarter, though. Can he hit a pair of free throws? Almost never. First one is good. Josh Hart checks in. Josh Hart had a huge second quarter in his second game as a Knick. Sims to the bench. Hartenstein out there as well. Randall hits a pair. Love to see it. We'll see if he does that in the fourth. Nets have taken 19 free throws. Knicks have taken 11. Starting to creep into a better department if you're a Knick fan in this third quarter. Nets whipping it around the outside. Bridges, long strides to his right. Fouled with his body by Jalen Brunson. On the floor. Xavier McKinney wearing viral red boots, says Volt. All right. I'll have to check for those on Instagram later. You better not be ATVing this offseason. Nets break down the defense, throw a little lob to Sharp. Good ball movement from Brooklyn there. Second unit-ish with Bridges. Harris is out there, O'Neal, Day'Ron Sharp, Cam Thomas, and Bridges. They're leaving Bridges out there as long as Brunson's out there. Clearly a foul, not called, and then Bridges blocks Jalen Brunson. Clear body check. $80-80 is your score. Brunson gets it, inbounds it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein hands off to Randall. Randall for three, no good. Tough third quarter for Julius. Oh, steal from Brunson. Strips Cam Thomas and saves it at the last second. Nice play from Jalen Brunson on defense this time. Quickly. Knicks just jacking up threes. Rebound Sharp. Quickly missed the three ball there. Bridges drives right. Randall, good hustle to get a tip on the lob. Brunson. Crossover, nasty. Floater is good off the glass. Nasty crossover from Jalen Brunson. This guy can score when I'm just getting sad whenever anybody else decides to shoot. Thomas comes off the screen. Wants to isolate. Kicks it out. Royce O'Neal. Is there a foul on Josh Hart there? Ooh, Joe Harris. Just a beautiful scoop from Brunson. Very close friends from Villanova. It's a Villanova reunion. Josh Hart's out there as well. Sharp misses the first free throw. These big men, these like young big men can never make free throws, huh? I feel like if you're a young big man and you're like 75% from the free throw line, all of a sudden you have a real shot at being good. I feel like that's why Ayton is kind of good. Ayton is just like Claxton or Mitch Robinson, except he can kind of hit free throws. He can hit free throws. That makes him usable. Sharp again, this time misses. Hart the rebound. Hack a Sharp might have to come into play later in the fourth quarter. Finney-Smith guarding Brunson now. They got their best defender at all times on Jalen Brunson. They switch Harris onto him. Brunson, step back, three is good. This guy is on fire. I forgot to add the two from before. Oh my goodness, this guy is cooking. Thomas drives left. Good defense from Josh Hart. They call a foul on Hartenstein. Just a ridiculous call. BS call. 33 for Jalen Brunson. He's 13 of 18, 5 of 7 from 3. Where's the call? Oh my God. Are you serious, dude? Two guys battling underneath. Sharp back to the line. This time he connects. Might be time for Brunson to try to get a 50-piece tonight. It may be needed. Hartenstein's bleeding on his arm, so they're going to stop things here. Tibbs is angry, which is kind of a redundant statement to say Tibbs is angry. I don't know if he's ever happy. Hartenstein complaining. I mean, it was a little shove with two hands, but I feel like that they can call that every time down if they want to. How many this quarter for Jalen Brunson? Hartenstein's got a nice little cut on his arm. Dinwiddie not scored in the third quarter. So he might have something to say for it in the fourth. Referees are going to have a factor in this one. I already know. I'm talking myself into being ready for the referees to make a call that I disagree with. It's bound to happen. I'm expecting it, and I'm ready for it. 85-81, 117 remaining, third quarter. Sharp second free throw. No good. Josh Hart the rebound. I mean, the Nets are putting Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith on Jalen Brunson. It doesn't really matter. He's just doing whatever he wants. When they switch Joe Harris onto him, it's bad news. Josh Hart with a crazy and one floater. What a shot from Josh Hart. Gets the roll and the call. Similar to one of his drives earlier in the first half, which he was complaining he didn't get a foul call for. Gets a call here. Knocks down the free throw as well. 7-point Knick lead, 50 seconds remaining. Josh Hart, 15 big points off the bench. Now he's guarding Cam Thomas. Got him in a blender. Oh, the Nets will come up with it. Hart, good contest, and Hartenstein gets the rebound. Good hustle from Josh Hart. Look at that contest from Josh Hart without fouling from behind. He has an innate ability. This dude is very flexible, Josh Hart. Like, he's jumping downhill. Look at the way he's contesting here. He's running downhill from behind. But somehow he keeps his torso upright while getting driven backwards. A lot of guys will let the contact happen there, and then it will be a blocking foul. But he kind of just jumps backwards with you and keeps his arms straight up. So he kind of shadows you from behind. Great defense. Hartenstein gets poked in the eye after getting the rebound. Knicks are in the bonus. Is it the Knicks in the bonus? Nets in the bonus? Whatever. Both teams in the penalty. So Hartenstein goes to the line, knocks down the first. Knocks down the second. 9-point Knicks lead. 35 seconds remaining. Royce O'Neal drives downhill and gets a foul call. Just so easy. They drive right at Obi Toppin with Royce O'Neal. I mean, if Obi Toppin can't play good defense on Royce O'Neal like that, come on, man. It's not exactly Michael Jordan driving at him. Shouldn't be that one-on-one. I guess it was just hacked him, though. It wasn't really a good contest at all. O'Neal to the line. Referee's getting involved. Taking 30 seconds to get Royce O'Neal the ball for the second free throw. He hits a pair. 7-point game. 30 seconds remaining. Ball's in Brunson's hand. Finney Smith guarding him the full length of the court. Gets it across the timeline. Looks like Brunson wants to shoot this. Hartenstein sets the screen. They switch again. Step back for Brunson. Knocks it down. This guy is unbelievable. Unbelievable. That jumper is money. Great kick out. Royce O'Neal to end the quarter. No good. And the Knicks finish with a flurry. And I don't know how many points Jalen Brunson had in that quarter, but it was a lot, ladies and gentlemen. If I was listening, I'm sure Mike Breen is saying it every 2 seconds. 36 points in the game so far for Jalen Brunson with an entire quarter to play. He's played 31 minutes. So of the possible 36, he's played 31.
I'm a screen-addicted tween.
Oh, no.
And if I'm not posting on
social media,
Mute. Guy's unbelievable. Just every shot you expect to go in that he takes. Floaters, contested, 3 balls, kickouts, step backs, just everything, anything you want. Anything you want from this guy scoring the ball. All at 6'1", and all as a free agent. Steve, I would like to tell you that I didn't tell you, but I have told you, didn't I? That this guy's a beast. I know you're just barely watch, probably. Occasionally watch a Knick game from here or there. But the guy's been balling all season long. I've been trying to tell you. I don't just start batting my eyes at every guy who comes to the Knicks. Not every single one of them, at least. Only the guys worthy of it. And Brunson is definitely worthy of it. Randall is worthy of it too. I don't know if he's ever shot the ball this well, like percentage-wise. But go back and look at what he did in the playoffs last year with Luka out. He had a game like very similar to this in the playoffs. So I know you have recent. It's only been 3 quarters. He could get shut down in the 4th. I doubt it, but he could. This game doesn't start, if you're a Knicks fan, until there's about 2 minutes remaining. Nets will start pressuring, start switching everything. I don't know why the Nets keep switching, though. You have Bridges guarding Brunson. Every single time down, he's just – whoever Joe Harris is near, he's saying, come over here, screen for me. Nets are switching everything. Joe Harris switches on to Brunson, and Brunson sees barbecue chicken right in his face. He might set the Knicks record for 30-point games from a guard. I doubt it because that dude Richie Guerin was balling in the 60s. Man, I wish, you know what, as a Knicks fan, it would have been real fun to have been born in like 55. Because you would have been young to see whoever the hell that is, Dick Barnett, Richie Guerin. Then you could have saw championships, a couple of them, in your twilight years. The lob to Toppin, quickly to Toppin. Unbelievable start to the fourth. Just patented Toppin lob. It's been a while since we saw him just get free like that. Dinwiddie's back in the game. Ben Simmons is in the game. Cam Johnson comes off the screen. Good layup. I'm happy Hartenstein is at least learning not to foul on that. Good drive from Cam Johnson off the screen. So it's Hartenstein, quickly, Barrett, Toppin. Dinwiddie just puts his hands all over Quickly, and Quickly will go to the line. Great find from Quickly. And Toppin was basically hanging in the air waiting to dunk that ball for like 30 seconds. I think he just said finally. He's been waiting for one of those. Quickly misses the free throw. Like the fourth quarter free throw missing for the Knicks. I don't know what it is. They just get stiff from the line late in games. And that's what's going to keep the Nets. The Nets will be alive in this till the very end because the Knicks key players just get tight at home making free throws. I feel like on the road they usually make them. Quickly gets the second one barely. It touches every centimeter of the rim. 11:18 remaining fourth quarter. Ben Simmons bringing up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Like, why you would even go near him and just stand far away from him. Nets turn it over. Just stand at the free throw line if Ben Simmons is like the guy you're supposed to be guarding. Don't even go near to set a screen or anything or to get a switch. Don't create any mayhem. Quickly, Knicks turn it right back over. Quickly got his arm raked as he was throwing the ball, but the ball got loose. Looking for Barrett in the corner. Dinwiddie drives right. Gets the foul and one. Drives right on Quickly. I mean, these fouls. Quickly is actively running the opposite direction. I know it's like his arm's in there. It's just so bad, though. Look at Dinwiddie's got 22 points. He's shooting 7 of 17. It's not like he's taking a shit ton of free throws. That was his sixth. But he's just like, he relies on N1s and getting to the line so often. 96-88. Hartenstein, good little pivot, drives to the basket. That's like one of the best moves he's had all year. 8-point game. Gonna have to stop Dinwiddie. Cam Johnson for three. Short. Hartenstein the rebound. The Hart and Hartenstein bench is just gonna be fun. Just keep saying Hart and Hartenstein. Quickly dancing. Looking. Josh Hart. Spinning. Good defense from Joe Harris. RJ Barrett for three. Short. See that as it left his hand. Ben Simmons. Steal from Josh Hart. Ben Simmons tries to throw the outlet pass, and that's why you get Josh Hart. Josh Hart all the way for the layup. You got to love how this guy plays. Gets the steal. How about this addition for the Knicks, baby? This is his second game as a Knick. He's got 20. I think he's got, 19 points? That's a big steal. Great hustle. Great speed. Ben Simmons, that's pretty much all he thinks he can do out there is pass the ball. Throws a pick. 17 for Josh Hart. 36 for Jalen Brunson. And RJ Barrett has 4. If RJ Barrett had somewhat of a normal game for him, this would probably be a blowout. Brunson's had to pick up a lot of the slack and so much more. So much more left in this game, though. That's for sure. It was a big third quarter for the Knicks. Basically, Jalen Brunson went on fire. Outscored them 35-22 in the third alone. Simmons? Yeah. Simmons is one of the worst contracts in the NBA. Just gonna have to. That's just one you're just gonna have to eat. At least you have enough guys. Like, I would just stop playing him, to be honest with you. Just play Edmund Sumner. Why is Edmund Sumner not playing? Like, that guy's pretty good. Why is Watanabe not playing over Simmons? If I was a diehard Net fan, that's what I'd be saying. Like, play Watanabe over Simmons. Why not? Play Sumner over him. Who cares if he's a little smaller? Who cares? At least he could do something out there. Ben Simmons just throwing chest passes like Wes Unseld. Pick sixes. Looking like Zach Wilson reading the defense. The Hart and Hartenstein connection, a combined plus 28 tonight. Josh Hart's a plus 12. Hartenstein's plus 16. Just been the Jalen Brunson show. This guy's not going to be an all-star somehow. He's going to be averaging like 25 a game on a winning team. And not... He might be the, like... There's going to be so many guys who might set records for highest scorers to not be all-stars. Like, highest average point per game guys to not be in the all-star game. Hart picking up Dinwiddie. I love Hart picking up the best guy in the second unit. Hartenstein moving his feet. Kick out to Johnson. Has to drive. Kick out to Dinwiddie. Good ball movement. Throw it off. They threw it off his foot. They're calling a kick ball even though it hit the Knicks' foot. Just like the refs are so bad. That was so bad. I call it like I see it. The refs stink. There were some calls earlier that went the Knicks' way that I thought were bad too. Dinwiddie. Fadeaway three. Horrible shot. The Dinwiddie magic sauce at halftime might have worn off. Thought that was pretty clean from Simmons. Quickly wanted a foul. See, look, there I am being honest. There I am telling the truth. Royce O'Neal getting emotional, being a little bit dramatic here. Referee. They call an offensive foul on R.J. Barrett. I don't know. I didn't see a foul there. The bald referee is so bad. Where's the foul here? Because he hooked him? I guess. The Nets already came down and missed a three since MHT showed the replay. I guess R.J. hooked him there. Doesn't need to do that. Just get in front of him. Quickly gets the switch. Cam Johnson on him. Floater for Quickly is good. Dinwiddie kicks it to the corner. Joe Harris for three. Good closeout from Barrett. Cam Johnson gets it in the corner, and he splashes a three. 9-point lead. Tough shot. Good hustle. Quick release for Cam Johnson. Crossover from Quickly. Kick out Hart. Topping for three. No good. Good ball movement, though. Love to see it. Dinwiddie, you know that's going up. Three ball, no good. Knicks need to settle down on defense a little bit scrambled. Like Dinwiddie just... Look at this. This is not offense. Like, you're going to start teaching kids how to just lean in, wrap your arm around them, and draw fouls. I know Randall does it sometimes. Everyone's guilty of it. But it's just so... It's hard to referee. I get it. It's a hard thing to officiate. But Dinwiddie's not even looking to shoot the ball there. He's not making a basketball play other than trying to draw contact. He's not trying to score. He's trying to draw a foul. Now the referees give a makeup call. Like, they're just makeup calls now. They're just way too involved. I said this early in the first half. The referees are way too involved in the game. They don't have control of it. They're just calling. They're calling fouls when they shouldn't be called. They're not making calls when they should be called. Then when they make a bad call, they're giving makeup calls on the other end. Both directions. Just horrible. Nets starting to trap Brunson now. Quickly for three. Splash. Emmanuel Quickly. 12-point Knicks lead. Hart on Dinwiddie. And one. Good drive from Dinwiddie, even though he's wrapping up his arm in every single Knicks defender. Hart almost got put in an arm bar by Dinwiddie there. I don't know what Dinwiddie was trying to do. Yeah, I totally get it with Harden, but now it's not just like... It's not, he didn't just invent it, though. It's like Spencer Dinwiddie's not even trying to shoot the ball there. He's just wrapping, he's doing this and not shooting the ball. What is that? It's not like, at least Harden would, like, get a shot up. Dinwiddie's putting guys in arm bars every time down the court. Brunson kicks it out. Hart for three. Short. Hartenstein keeps it alive. Quickly chases it down. Hart and one. Josh Hart. Let's go. Josh Hart is jacked up. He's talking crazy. Oh, and one for Josh Hart. They cut to Deuce McBride, who Josh Hart pretty much took his minutes for good, which I thought was a good call. Nice drive. I don't even think that's a foul. Like, it's a good finish from Josh Hart. These refs suck, man, on both ends. They miss a foul on Quickly. Hart picks it up, and then they do a makeup call. The referees are terrible tonight. Worse than most nights, to be honest with you. Hart makes the free throw. He's been big tonight. Massive. 19 for Josh Hart off the bench. Dinwiddie, step back three, long. Hart the rebound. Hart looks to go coast to coast every time down, you could just tell. Brunson in his bag, working on Royce O'Neal, good defender. Randall against Dorian Finney-Smith. Big possessions here from the Knicks. Got to start getting good shots, and right on cue, they get a foul. Could have been a turnover. Did Randall get hurt there? I don't think so. He's fine. The thing about Randall is he's never hurt. Got to give him that. Best ability is availability. That's what they say at work, kids. But he does look shaken up, honestly, for a change. As I say that, he does actually look genuinely shaken up. Starting fives back out there for both teams. Yeah, he's fine. Brunson, step back, tough shot. Hartenstein keeps it alive, but they call over the back this time. Referees are so involved in this, man. Every 2 seconds, there's a stoppage, a play. Both teams unhappy. 6:28 remaining, fourth quarter. I mean, Dinwiddie clearly smacks Brunson in the arm. I'm not going to bitch about that because I wouldn't want that called the other end. But that being said, then they call an over the back on Hartenstein right there. It's just, can't make this stuff up, man. They call a ticky-tack over the back. They don't call Brunson getting smacked in his left arm. Offensive foul on Dinwiddie. Brunson takes the charge. Dinwiddie has kind of been killing the Nets in the second half, let's be honest. I'm not starting hard over RJ next game. I just like the way the energy he brings to the second unit. I don't think RJ will bring this energy to the second unit. And I think Tibbs has shown us more than many times that he's capable of just riding the hot hand in certain games. Brunson to Hartenstein for the lob. Hartenstein playing some good minutes tonight, as he should be. Nets going small here. Cam Thomas is out there. No Claxton. Oh, my God. Just Dinwiddie just not playing basketball, man. He's just not playing basketball. This might even be a foul, but he's just not. He's just not even playing basketball, man. Justin, am I bugging, or is is this an inordinate amount of flopped three-point shot attempts from Dinwiddie tonight? Four fouls on Josh Hart. Mainly because Dinwiddie is flopping. 12-point Knick lead. Under 6 to play. Entertaining game. Would not be entertaining to lose this one. But I'm not ruling it out. If you've watched the Knicks all season, this wouldn't be rare to lose a lead late in the game. Very late in the game. Brunson, floater, and it goes. They just can't stop this guy tonight. 14-point Knick lead. Steal from Hartenstein. Dinwiddie doing too much. Hart to quickly, and he's fouled. Yeah, like this does not make you a good basketball player. The ability to just, in your gather the other guy's arm. I know Harden invented that, but he was like Justin just said, he was always at least drawing contact and finishing through it and drawing and ones. If you're trying to draw and ones, fine. If you're trying to wrap an arm up and then fling it at the rim, I mean, IQ does this from time to time too. He's kind of cut back on it, and it's actually helped him quite a bit. He's not trying to foul bait as much. He's just trying to get into his own stuff. But yeah, Dinwiddie's been infuriating me tonight. I mean, he's literally helped us in the second half. I'm not worried about the fact that he has 28. He's 3 of 10 from 3, 8 of 21 from the field, 2 turnovers, 4 assists. I mean, he's keeping them in it, if you're being honest, but a lot of it's from the line. 9 free throw attempts from Dinwiddie. The Knicks as a team have taken 17. So he's taken more than half the amount of the attempts the Knicks have taken tonight. Looking good, looking good. A lot of game left, though, to me. Couple threes here, and Thibodeau will be sweating it out. We'll be turning it over underneath the basket. We've seen it all before. Hartenstein has played really well in the second half. Not going to hear. This is one of the better halves he's played. I think he's been contesting at the rim without fouling pretty well. Got a steal there on Dinwiddie underneath the basket, which was nice. He's been rebounding. It feels like he's been rebounding, but he really hasn't. He only has 4, but he's at least boxing out, it feels like. Haven't really heard much of Claxton. Claxton has 11 points, 6 boards, 1 block. Kind of pedestrian game for him. I feel like the Nets, one of their issues is obviously you got to replace Simmons. I would play Sumner or Watanabe. At least they could shoot. And then Bridges, Johnson, Finney-Smith, and O'Neal are kind of the same player, except Bridges and Johnson have more shooting to them. Yeah, I mean, the Nets' only offense tonight has been Dinwiddie. He got hot a little bit in the second quarter for sure, but he's also been foul baiting. Are the Nets challenging that? Royce O'Neal almost broke Quickly's hand in half. Is O'Neal seriously questioning that? Royce O'Neal, I mean, out of all the calls to be upset about and challenged tonight, that's probably towards the bottom of the list. But hey, the Nets are down their challenge, so tough thing to challenge in this game when the referees are basically 3 blind mice out there. Quickly hits the first. All-Star Weekend, we have Grimes in the Rising Stars, Jericho Sims in the dunk contest, and Julius in the All-Star game. So, yeah, that challenge is horrendous. Especially when you're almost never going to, completely get a clean strip when you take a huge tomahawk strip like that, swipe like that. Like, no matter what anyone says, if the guy's holding on to the ball like an NBA player would be holding on to the ball, you're going to have to get some of his hand to swat it free. The female referee underneath the basket gave it just the referees are just horrible tonight. I'm not making this up. Guy just goes falling to the ground. It's going both ways here, people. This is so bad. She's horrendous. The bald guy is even worse. Ball don't lie. Bridges misses the first. Yeah, definitely got to close it out strong against Atlanta. Kind of close in the standings, right behind us, I believe. Bridges misses a pair. Yikes. 3-ball effectively ends the game here, I think. 19-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Knicks lose that. Brunson. Kickball. Knicks will get another 8 seconds to work with here. That is a kickball. That is what the definition of a kickball is. And the guy throws his leg. I hate when a player just throws a pass off someone's foot and the referee calls it a kickball. That's not a kickball. It's a bad pass. Brunson, pull up 3, tough shot. He gets fouled behind the line. Finally, something Dinwiddie has been getting all night. Now Jalen Brunson will take 3. Bald don't lie. Bald don't lie, says McCurry. That's true. And the Nets do not have their challenge, too. So, what did we just say? That's a play you want to challenge if you want to try to come back in the game. That was like 20 seconds later. Brunson misses the free throw. He's been missing too many free throws for a guy who's getting like 35 a game since January 1st. He just said that. Keep missing effing free throws under his breath. Makes the second. Just play defense. Don't give up any threes. Don't foul from behind the 3-point line. That's a foul, Justin, but like those landing space ones to me are pretty subjective sometimes. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are. Third 40-point game from Jalen Brunson this year. Finney Smith, pick and pop, misses. Quickly the rebound. Should just about do it. Knicks need to get one more bucket here, I feel like, to be completely safe here. They call a foul on Cam Thomas, it looks like, grabbing Josh Hart. Steve, didn't we bet? I'm just saying. We didn't bet anything, so we didn't pick anything to bet. And I probably wouldn't want to take your money anyway. But I just want you to remember that we bet on this. You were very down to bet the other night. Got a little ahead of yourself. You got a little ahead of your skis. It happens. Or you know what happens when you get ahead of your skis? You fall down. And tonight, you took a little tumble. This was a humbling night for a Net fan. And it's okay. It's going to be okay. Just one game. Like I said. Hart misses. 18-point Knick lead. 4:18 remaining fourth quarter. It's been a really good defensive half from the Knicks. Cam Thomas has 7 points in the game. He's been stifled. 28 for Dinwiddie. He's the only one who's really got going at any point. Finney Smith has hit a couple of threes. Joe Harris didn't get going. Ben Simmons stinks. It's looking kind of bad. It's looking kind of bad for you Nets fans. You're missing Seth Curry. Okay, he's good. RJ went back to the locker room. Uh-oh. Is he going to start getting pissed? Is he going to ask out of New York? RJ, 2 firsts for Siakam. Just do it. I guess they'll want more, blah, blah, blah. Give them more if they have. Give them all the picks. Go get Siakam. I think Barrett should count for a couple of picks. But his contract is expensive. In the offseason, do it. I guess you can't do it now, obviously. The trade deadline passed. But offseason, I would really look hard at Barrett trades. That's what we're going to have to talk about. Listen, I don't care. I'm not falling in love with any specific player anymore. Just win games. And the only guy who's really showing me that he could just carry you is Jalen Brunson. We ride for him. The Nets have emptied their bench. David Duke Jr. is in the game. The Knicks will not empty their bench ever. Tom Thibodeau refuses to relent. He always needs to cover the spread if he has an opportunity. Obviously, they're covering tonight. 2-point favorites. Brunson looking for Hartenstein, who's got a huge distracting cut on his pale white skin. Deuce McBride checks into the game for Jalen Brunson to a standing ovation in the Garden. 40. Absolutely destroyed the Brooklyn Nets. 40 points. 15 for 21 from the field for Jalen Brunson. 6 of 9 from 3. He even missed 4 free throws, so he could have had 44 tonight. He did it all. Bench is starting to clear. Quickly, fade away. Got it. Quickly's been great tonight and of late as well. Quickly over Barrett. Who would have thunk? Emmanuel Quickly would have been on the team who would stick in favor longer than R.J. Barrett. This little mid-range jumper for Day'Ron Sharpe there. Mitchell Robinson sitting next to Jalen Brunson. It'll be nice to get him back eventually. Don't forget that, Nets fans. We're missing our starting center. Just letting you know. 117-98. 3 minutes remaining. Quickly killing clock, but not quickly. Very slowly. Kicks it out. Hart in the corner for 3. Josh Hart. What a game from Josh Hart. in his second game as a Knick, 21 points in 27 minutes. Hart has been unbelievable. 3 of 5 from 3. 5 rebounds, 24 points Hart has after that 3. Maybe that's why RJ went back to the locker room, because Josh Hart is just taking his job. Toppin, drives, kicks, Hart, another 3 from the corner. Cash, Josh Hart, 27. He's screaming, "I'm home." I'm a great lip reader when it comes to guys screaming at the Garden. I know exactly what they're saying. 27 from Josh Hart. Nice little layup from God knows who that is. Last guy on the Nets bench, D. Smith. It's not Dennis Smith Jr. Drew Smith from Missouri. Sounds like a creative player. Looks like a creative player. Under 2 to play. 23-point blowout. Josh Hart is officially a New York Knick. The Villanova boys have come to the Garden. They've spread their legs out like they were taking up 3 seats on the bus, all right? And they're just saying, this is our spot. Brunson and Hart. Almost 30 points off the bench for Josh Hart tonight. Unbelievable. He looks like he could shoot at the Garden. Like, I always feel like he shot the ball well at the Garden. He's got a great rotation. Why do guys think he can't shoot? Love it. 27 points. Season high in his second game as a Knick. So he's played all season in Portland. Comes to the Knicks, all of a sudden, season high. Coincidence? Absolutely not. Confidence on 10. New situation. Playing for a playoff spot. Playing with his best friend, Jalen Brunson. I don't know if they're best friends, but they're good friends since the college days. A combined 67 from them two tonight. Randall hasn't even had to been a full Julius Randle game. And that is a sign of we're starting to get a little bit better. We're starting to get a little bit better. Quickly, 14 off the bench. The combination of Hart, Hartenstein, and Quickly dominated the second unit of the Nets. Not even close, the second units, really. And Brunson really carried the starting unit for the Knicks. That's really it. Knicks bench, really good. Nets bench, not good at all. And then Jalen Brunson did enough to keep the starters at length. RJ's back on the bench, Justin. Looks like he might have just had to pee or drop a deuce or something. Probably pee. It was pretty quick. Speaking of deuce, Deuce McBride just got the ball stolen from him. Call a foul. Yuta Watanabe is in the game. I actually saw this dude play against Manhattan College. I think he went to George Washington. And I think he was playing when I was at Manhattan. I was like, wow, this guy can shoot it a little bit. Yeah, so Justin, I was looking at it. So first of all, you look at our roster and the way it's constructed. They're like, unless we make a ton of trades for picks, guys are under contract. So if we add another 2 first-round picks this year, like, they're not gonna play right away under Tibbs, most likely, too. So really, we still have the Dallas pick, and the Hart. Accordingly, if we make the playoffs, the Hart pick the difference will be like what, 3 or 4 picks? Difference between like 19 and 23 or something like that. I'm all right with that. Whatever. Nets operation make it close for the box score tomorrow is underway for Brooklyn. Deuce McBride, this is why we had to upgrade over him. Look what he's doing on offense. I was screaming like this for weeks. And then he just runs into someone, bangs knees with Day'Ron Sharpe. That hurts. .58 seconds remaining. Deuce McBride to the line. The benches are clear. Except the Knicks bench is kind of a lot of their rotation players too. Like the Nets are going to their bottom of their bench. The Knicks are going to I guess Evan Fournier's out there now. Deuce is out there. Don't the Knicks still have a roster spot? Or I guess when Robinson comes back, they still have D Rose on the bench. D Rose is never playing again, huh? He probably said to Tibbs, like, I don't want to play garbage time. Cam Thomas still out there playing catch with Sharp. Good ball movement. They throw it to the creative player in the corner who bricks it. Drew Smith. Nice drive from Watanabe. Watanabe's taking advantage of the garbage time, putting himself in the box score. It's going to be like, wow, Watanabe played good. It's a bona fide AAU game right now. Hell of a win for the Knicks. This was as dominant a win as the Knicks have had in weeks. Fournier, step back three, no good. And this will be the final possession of the game. The score is 124 to 106. This will be the first Knicks victory against the Brooklyn Nets in God knows when, and it feels good. And Net fans, I know you woke up this morning thinking, wow, wouldn't it be really funny to be like, wow, we're still better than you. We're still better than you. We're still better than the Knicks. Knicks aren't any good, blah, blah, blah. We're still better. Nope, not tonight, son. Pick a different night. It won't be tonight. You got blown out. This is one of the more dominant Knicks wins and second halves in a really long time. Clutch performances from Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. Emmanuel Quickley played really well. Isaiah Hartenstein played really well on defense as well. I thought he played hard, and Sims really wasn't useful tonight. So Hartenstein's minutes were extremely important. He kind of neutralized Claxton. And Josh Hart was unbelievable. Every time Josh Hart got open, he drained a three. Every time Jalen Brunson took a shot, he made a shot. And let's just say it, Mikal Bridges was the third best Villanova player on the court tonight. Sorry to say it, Net fans. All right. It's been a while since we streamed. I'm sorry it's been a while. We're coming back with more Knicks content. We'll be doing some Mets stuff coming up in the spring as well. So stay tuned. I'm cooking up ideas. I'm not forgetting about you. Thinking. That's what we're doing. So stay tuned to Mikey Hot Take. Shout out to everybody who joined the stream tonight.